First of all, I really like the fact that you took it and you did something different. I would have never thought about putting sound effects to it. Like, I would have kept the
audio,
whatever it
audio
was.
experience. I know sometimes it's important to have those little things. Just make a difference, like an audio effect or a transition. You don't have, you don't overdo it though. That's the thing. You can't overdo it.
You can't overdo it.
This
So
is an example.
I was looking at it and check this out.
All right.
You have that power in you too. Don't be afraid.
Week number 3 of the month. I still can't believe that time has already flown by so fast, and there's some amazing news. My wife just got into 11 anthropology stores. My wife and her mom corrected is 11 anthropology stores rolling out next month. Super excited. I want to ask her how she feels.
I guess my first reaction was to feel like, whoa, kind of overwhelmed for a second, but then I just thought about it and I was like, wow, this is exactly what I want, and I know I can do it. I just have to get started now, and now I'm just excited for what's to come.
Can you share the process of what it took to get that? Kind of like, what was the process of where did it start?
It started on Etsy. So I just had my Etsy shop, and I was just putting up different things that I was making, photographing them, really like explaining the process of how I made them. And then from there, honestly, I think it was God that just like, he knew what I was capable of, and so literally the opportunity was just like handed to me, where a buyer from Anthropology just messaged me, and then from there she asked for samples and we just went back and forth, and it took a while. It took like almost a year before it actually, an order was placed, but yeah, that's how it went.
A year communicating back and forth, and now
sending a lot of samples.
How long has it been since you guys rolled out?
A lot of like unpaid work that you had to do. You had to send them. I mean, I don't even know how many samples we sent them, but it was a lot due in May. 11
stores. So excited.
Like, I don't even know which store it's in right now. I need to find out, and I need to find out what other stores that they're gonna be in, because I want to go see them like in person and just like, this is mine.
It's gonna be awesome. Stick with it. Actually, now I want to go talk to her mom. She's downstairs. I'm gonna head down there and see how Lisa feels about it. Lisa, I want to get a little interview with you. This is Amanda's mom. So how do you feel about getting the order?
What can I say? I'm ecstatic about it. Excited, and can't wait to get to it.
So what are we working on today?
Doing some SEO content and SEOing Instagram and YouTube, SEOing all the things. So we're gonna do DMs after that.
Caesar just joined me this evening. Caesar,
how's it going?
Thanks for coming by. Working on the computer to put together some real cool
Instagram
strategy, social media, influencer strategy. It's all coming together. It's amazing work, but we have to do even better. So today is that day, dedicated to that. Throw your stuff up on the whiteboard, grab yourself some computers, start putting a plan together. Carne asada, amazing if you haven't tasted it yet. If I ever cook out and I invite people to it, please come. I wanted to see how you guys enjoy it, see if it's as good as I think it is. But no, I just wanted to turn on the camera real quick. I hope the audio sounds a lot better, but I finally got a new camera. So with that new camera, we're gonna be putting together some really dope content on the go, which is stuff that I haven't done before. So it's something that's gonna roll out. And essentially, what I'm also thinking about doing is actually setting up a Patreon page. And in that Patreon page, those that support it, very minimally amounts. Whoever has the opportunity to do so, really appreciate it. But if you're watching this and you want to support, you'll be the first to get this behind the scenes content. I'm doing something pretty special with it. More importantly, just to give back to everybody that is watching and that does want to support, because that amount and whatever we end up creating there through the Patreon page on a monthly basis will essentially help me continuing to put new content out on the YouTube channel, and you guys will get it first on the Patreon page, but then you guys will also get access to me in a Q&A type of format on a weekly basis. So it's gonna be amazing. So I'm not sure how many of you guys will take me up on that offer, but I will launch the Patreon page and it will be available below this video by the time this vlog is out. All right, so essentially it's gonna give you guys access to everything behind the scenes, plus access to me on a weekly basis, because I know that some of you guys watching need a little bit more help, or maybe just want a little bit more guidance or time to really communicate and to collaborate. So I'm doing it through that page. Appreciate everybody who does join it. It's yeah, I mean, other than that, I think in today's little mini video, something just came up and I just wanted to tell it and just put it out there, that essentially whoever's watching this channel, I truly appreciate it, and will continue to do what I do, to continue to share what I know, but more importantly, just realize that without action, all of this is just practical knowledge. So if you're watching these videos, I really urge and encourage you to get started, and more importantly, keep me updated on your progress. So what I ended up doing, as you can see up on the board, created a framework of how I want it to roll. So in terms of like, before you start building anything or trying to customize stuff, just kind of build yourself a framework of how that will work. And then essentially, if people click on that, where are they going to be taken to? That's all stuff that you kind of need to think about ahead of time. That way, when you're coming up to actually working on stuff, you could just start dragging and dropping and kind of setting up your template before you go to the computer. So it's always good to just do it on a piece of paper, or in my case, I do it on a whiteboard. Aside from that, the video editing session that I had earlier today went really good with my brother Caesar. We did a live, an Instagram live thing on the Revive brand page, and got some really good feedback from a lot of the audience out there. And for those of you guys that joined us on that, I appreciate you. Thank you for your comments, for your words of wisdom. Those all really come into play when it comes to what it is that we're doing, because once again, we're doing this from scratch and there really is no template. Nobody else is really doing this. So we're creating new things, and that's what we do. So appreciate you. Just got done wrapping up a few videos for the channel. I like to kind of record everything kind of like at one time. So I'm shooting some videos for the next coming week. I try to get them all at the same time. Makes the most out of your day, and that's a great tip for everything that you guys got going on, is try to like bulk everything, bulk your workload kind of all together. So if you guys are working on a certain piece that requires, like whether if it's a creative project per se, where you want to get all these different designs done, and you maybe are working freelance, so you got a couple different projects, well, kind of try to take them all through the same process. And then that way you're focused on each part of the process at that time. So you're not having to like shift between, like, say, designing something and then going to run errands at the mailbox or something, you know, or for instance, or getting on phone calls in between your design process. I found that if you bulk your workload and you kind of categorize it in a way where it's similar, it allows you to accomplish a lot more during the day, and you become more efficient with it, but it for sure takes practice. Anyways, now I'm gonna go head on out to meet with a photographer who's the guy that's doing all the photos for the new website, the new landing pages, the Amazon content, and our upcoming designs and graphics. I don't know if you guys remember from the last video that I did on how to make a logo. I created that logo design. That is now done on hats, it's done on shirts, and we've also done a little bit of marketing materials with it. Check that out. Back, front. This was with a direct-to-garment using one of the companies that I always reference on my channel, and they'll always be referenced on the descriptions of these videos. But yeah, let's go on over there and start the process of actually photographing all this stuff, and let's do it. There's nothing else to say. Get it done.